What's up, everybody? My name is Blaze Tiger, back with another video, and we are looking at the December 10th patch for JP. Um, so with that comes a new character called Fairy of Blessings, Shining Wings Elaine. And from I glanced at it real quick. From what I saw, she looks pretty broken. So let's take a look at what she can do. Any other information that's coming with this patch here. So she's a red unit, of course. She's of the fairy race. Passive, grown wings. For each poison, bleed, shock, or corrosion effect on the enemies, decreases penetration, critical rate, and critical damage by 8%, excluding deathmatch. So that's pretty good. That's very good. So depending on how many of these you have on the enemy, decreases their, penetration and all of that by 8%. So that's very good. So like the Pierce team, she'll be killing them. You put her, she'll be countering the Pierce team very well. Um, oh, she's a Christmas unit. Okay, okay. Set first skill, Merry Christmas, inflicts cold destruction damage equal to 425% of attack on one enemy. What cold destruction does, 20% increased damage per debuff on the target. Second skill, Snowfight, inflicts corrosion damage equal to 20% of max HP on all enemies for 3 turns. Corrode, additional damage at the end of every turn. And ultimate Tempest Fall inflicts damage equal to 400% of attack on all enemies, releases 60% of any dot damage, deals a percentage of the leftover shock. Oh, okay. So she does her regular damage to the enemies and then does leftover damage afterwards. I believe deals a percentage of leftover shock, poison, or bleed debuff damage as an additional damage. Yeah, so she's very good. It's really good when they do these seasonal characters and actually make them good. Like Halloween Gother. He's actually very good, like a unit that you will continue to use, right? She's clearly a Christmas unit, and this will be a unit that I can still see a lot of people still using because of her passive, and she does a lot here. Her kit does a lot, so she's actually very good. So let's go down here. Um, So it looks like some new Hawk event uh, right here. Looks like it's continuing the story, I believe. Event final boss duration. December. Okay. Final boss season. Okay. Final boss ranking. Okay. 1 second. I should have probably looked at this first before actually going over special. So I believe these guys will be the final boss. You'll fight all three of them. I believe that's what that is. SSR, DN. And then you're getting with the points that you accumulate, you'll be able to get some cosmetics for the end. Cool. Uh, this looks like the banner here. So the banner is going to be a full seasonal character banner from what I'm seeing here. Um, Honestly, I mean, I wouldn't summon. Well, I would buy tickets and use the tickets on this banner. That's what I would do. Like I would use tickets on this. I don't think I would go too crazy. I don't know. It all depends. Sweet. Okay, so it looks like they have looks like okay, so there's not festival. There's seasonal units on here, and then there are regular units like this new that's the new Jericho that came out. Um, and then they have some disaster units on there. And then at the 600 mile list, you get the guaranteed copy. So if anything, if you use stones, I would just go to the 600, get a copy of her. If you didn't get a copy of her on your way there, I would just take that one copy. If you were able to get more copies of her on your way to the 600 mileage, that's good. If not, take the one copy, and then I don't know, I would just end it there. But yeah, event duration. Okay, so we all know how this goes, right? So during the event, there'll be a little selection right here. You go here, and there's a bunch of different things. So yeah, the final boss will be these three guys. So it'll be like the Taizo and the other two guys, like the final boss that we just had. It'll be just like that. Um, And then there's the Hawk. Okay, so yeah, there's the Hawk Treasure event. So here are some things that you can get from the Hawk Treasure event. And the final rewards is 10 stone. I'm sorry, 10 tickets. So that's good. And okay, and then there's that. We can just skip that. Special food, cool. PvP, Brawl victory. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Blah, blah, blah. All right, so let's get. So we're just gonna pass all of that. This is the Hawk Treasure event. This isn't on global yet, but I believe this might be the second time this has been on JP. So JP players should already know how this works here. And rewards, you get some, okay, so you got some UR gear from Merlin. I'm some SSR gear from Merlin, sorry. And some other rewards. Cool. And here are the cosmetics for Elaine. I'm really liking this one here. Valentine's Day costumes returning. Cool. So you have all of this stuff coming back. So yeah, it's part of the season. So, have all the season of characters. Cool. And we can just new story battle event. We can just skip all of that. System changes. You are not able to invite players to knighthood if the player is not a knighthood. Da, 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 da. Brawl AI settings added. I believe this is the 3v3 settings right here. We haven't received that on global yet, but I believe this is the 3v3, I believe. But the one thing I really wanted to go over was this. When using continuous upgrade, you can choose the stage of awakening and upgrade level now. So right here is the part that I really like. Equipment upgrade will no longer fail. Do you know how good that is? You don't have to use millions of gold to upgrade your. If I'm interpreting this correctly, it says it would not fail. The only time upgrading equipment fails is when you're trying to get it to the next tier, right? From 1 to 2 star, it's not too bad. Three, actually no, from 1 to 3 is not that bad, but from 4 to 5, it fails a lot, right? Especially on the last one since there's only a 10% chance. So now you don't have to worry about it failing, and that's good. That saves a lot of these stones right here, the enhancement stones. I believe that's what they're called, and money. Because by the time you get down here, I believe it's like 40,000 gold per attempt. So that's a lot of gold. And then, especially if it keeps failing, 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 that's 40,000 per each try that each attempt, right? So now they're taking that away, which I always thought that was just so stupid. Like, I know a lot of other gacha game does stuff like that where you try to upgrade certain things and then there's a fail bar and all of that stuff. I know this is not the only game that's done that, but I've always hated that. So if this is correct, if I am correct, you no longer have to worry about it failing. And then you're able to select. So this makes it move faster. Because right now you can put it on auto and then have it just upgrade itself all the way to the end. Um, until the end of that tier or whatever, then you awaken it and then enhance it again. But still, that still takes up a lot of time. So now if you're able to just select which one you want and then hit it and then go straight to it. You use it if you have the materials, money, and all of that stuff, it'll do it for you. Get it over and done with. So less time being wasted. So that's very good. So out of everything here, that is the main thing. That's the most important thing to me, is that. So I cannot wait till this comes to global. Um, so yeah, that's basically it for the news here. There's nothing else here. There's nothing too big. I anticipate for both global and JP there will be something big on, the week of Christmas. Uh, yeah, going into New Year's, there might be something big there. I know global just got the biggest bait banner of all time right now with that Green Gother coming back on that banner. Because if it wasn't for Green Gother on that banner will be. I mean, I still think the banner is kind of like a skip, but I understand the importance of getting Green Gother. I get it. So I don't blame anyone for actually summoning. I wouldn't go too far on the banner. I would just go if you need to, if you really need to, I would go to the end, get a copy of him, and be done with it. Because he's a seasonal unit, right? So you won't get him in a coin shop. So the only times you can get him is when he comes back on the seasonal banners. So I really wouldn't blame anyone for summoning. Uh, but I feel like they did that because there's something big most likely coming before the end of this year. So hopefully everyone, save some stones, then go too crazy on that banner and is able to summon on whatever banner is coming. Um, but yeah, that was the biggest trap banner ever. So that's all I have for this one, guys. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next one.